Hi sixth graders, this is Miss Wells. Today we are figuring out how can you estimate to find the percent of a number. Okay, so we've worked hard with fractions, decimals, and percents. Now we are going to figure out how we can estimate to find the percent of a number. So the first problem I'm going to go over is example 1. It is in your book on page 356 of the volume 2 book. So if you wanted to follow along there, you can. So example 1 is using equivalent fractions to estimate. So it says this graph shows the eye colors among 500 students at a school. About how many students have brown eyes? About how many students have blue eyes? So looking at this graph over here, we can see that the percentage of students that have blue eyes, well, we can't really see it in this picture because it's black and white, but the percentage of students that have brown eyes is 46%. So that's this section right here. And then the percentage of students that have blue eyes is 23%, which is this section right here. Okay, so we're trying to figure out about how many students have brown eyes, about how many have blue eyes. So we are going to find 46% of 100, okay, or 500, sorry. So we are going to estimate 46% of 500, okay? So we know that 46% is closest to what number? 46% is closest to 50. Okay, and so 46% we're going to estimate is about 50% of 500 students, okay? And we know that 50% is equal to 1/2 as a fraction. So 46% of 500 is about 1/2 of 500. So 46% of 500 okay, and so then to figure out what half of 500 is, we would want to do 1/2 times 500, and we would get 250, okay? So we can't leave it there though, because we know as mathematicians that we have to have a label, and so about 250 students have brown eyes. Okay, so then the next part of the problem is to figure out about how many have blue eyes. So we're going to come down here. We're going to estimate 23% of 500. Okay, and thinking about 23%, 23, we would round to what number? Yep, we would round 23 to 25, okay? 25% is equal to what fraction? 25% is equal to 1/4. Okay, so 23% of 500 is about 1/4 of 500. Okay, so then we're going to take it to our multiplication, and we're going to do 1/4 times 500, and that's going to get us 125. Okay, so 125 blue eyes. Okay, or students that have blue eyes. So that is one way, is using equivalent fractions. So these are fractions that are very familiar to us as sixth graders, okay? The next way is using rounding, okay? So here is a new problem. It says use the results of the survey shown to the right about how many high school students plan to get a summer job. Okay, so it says 53% of 94 students surveyed plan to get a summer job. So we're going to use rounding to estimate. Okay, so 53 rounded, we would round down because as sixth grade mathematicians, we know that a number less than 5, we're going to round down. A number 5 or greater, we're going to round up. So 53%, we're going to round down to about 50%. Okay, and as sixth grade mathematicians, we know that 50% is equal to 1/2. Okay, and then we have to do 94. So 94 rounds to, 90. Okay, so 94 rounds to 90. So we are trying to figure out 1/2 times 90. We're going to get 45. Okay, remember that we can't leave it there. We have to add a label. So 45 students plan to get a summer job. Okay, another way is using compatible numbers. Okay, so we are going to think, again, 53%, a compatible number for 53 would be 50. And then a compatible number for 94 would be 100. Okay, so remember that 50% is equal to 1/2. So we are trying to figure out 1/2 of 100. And we're going to get 50. Okay, so this one is about 50 students. When estimating, sometimes we might get different answers, and that's okay. Okay, 45 and 50 are both very good estimates for the number of students who plan to get a summer job. Okay, so even you might get a different answer than the person next to you. It just depends. So here is a practice problem. This is out of your book, and it is 74% of 63. So we are going to use, or I'm going to use compatible numbers to figure out this problem. And so 74%, I know is close to 75%. Okay, and then 63, that's close to 60. Okay, and so I'm trying to find 75% of 60. Okay, to do that, I'm going to use the fraction that I know 75% is equal to. I know 75% is equal to 3/4. So I'm going to do 3/4 times 60. And remember that this is 60 over 1. Okay, and so 3/4 times 60 is 45. Okay, so the answer to this problem, my estimation is 45. So there is a quick example for you sixth graders. Today you've got a couple different workshop practice problems. Make sure that you message your teacher if you need help, or raise your hand if you are in class. Have a great day.